George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Because in this particular scenario, I will not tamper justice with men. Who is that arrogant homo sapien that was part of the production process of bringing this infinitesimal being into this wicked world? That man, it is crystal clear that you're mentally unstable. And this idiot standing before us is a super moon.
See, this is a mendacious, perfidious, fallacious, erroneous, and egregious asseverations, allegations, avowal, and affirmation, unequivocally and uncontrovertibly stating that I did not fecund, propagate, proliferate, and fertilize this lady's prenatal chambers, ovaries, and ovum. Let me give you the utmost veracity, verity, and dinkum oil, and the cornucopia and gallimaufry of the ingredients of this pandemonium and conundrum. For donkey years and a month of Sundays, we are engaging in pata-pata, rumpy-pumpy, and coitus, but I must admit that I did not fertilize and fecund your ovaries, gook, and prenatal chambers. A verisimilitude harangue to my prescient, vigorous, and vociferously vehement gravitas correro. You see, this matter requires a Brobdingnagian ruminative introspection. As an aficionado and academic apparatchik, let me punctiliously and meticulously perorate and adumbrate. You see, it is lugubriously abysmal and dolorously lachrymose that the price of Naira keeps nosediving and plummeting in a pernicious, malignant, and maleficent nodus modus.
Languid, languorous, and in a financial comatose, they have the intrepidity and temerity to incautiously introduce the endemic and orthogonous excruciating bank charges. What a debilitating, attenuating, enervating, and exasperating situation. The totalitarians, tyrannical and tyrannous politicos, leave the masses in what I call happy-go-lucky and desultory attitudes. The prodigious charges, or if you like, call it taxation, has anomalously caused a proliferate, unabated, skyrocket cost of living in our milieu. Why create a financial tumult, a financial rumpus, in our pockets? The anti-penultimate lemma is melancholious and rebarbative, so it has to be barbiturated, proscribed, annihilated, and decapitated. If not, it will cause another financial banditism, financial dilapidation and lobotomization, financial precipitation, maladroit and malady. The charges has to be barbiturated, or else I will not koto in this poho. I will not koto in this poho. So Akatako and Ogenekaro, I will not koto in this poho. The charges has to be barbiturated.
Let me abruptly regurgitate my point of view vis-a-vis using my perspicacity and ratiocinations as a compos mentis homo sapient and as an erudite and academic juggernaut. Let me delineate the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts, and the crinkum-crankum of the status quo. You see, this is not me venting out my garrulity and loquacious monomania in this tete-a-tete. I would never intentionally obfuscate, befuddle, becloud, and buff in a fog and canopy of obnubilation and ago-bago malarkey. Now, let me digress to the crux and focal point of this colloquy. It is dismally lugubrious and dolorously lachrymose that the premium motor spirit, or if you have the proclivity and propensity to refer to it with the layman's nomenclature, which is no more ubiquitous. And concomitant to that, the price keeps burgeoning and mushrooming as a corollary to the scarcity. Now, let me demystify and delineate as I pilot and paddle you through this expository legato peregrination of rebarbative rigmarole.
Doma is my cousin. I was born in Nimakante.
You got birth certificate?
I come in now. Revin TikTok. Revin, you divorce your wife 2 times. You divorce or 2 wife, woman.
You see how you done lie? I only been married twice. How I divorced twice? You know jack about me. You don't want to say you would divorce your wife and she vote for CDC. Don't play with me. You don't know jack about me. You don't know me.
If a single man, Doma is my cousin. I was born in Nimakante.
You got birth certificate?
I come in now. Revin TikTok. Revin, you divorce your wife 2 times. You divorce or 2 wife, woman.
You see how you done lie? I only been married twice. How I divorced twice? You know jack about me. You don't want to say you would divorce your wife and she vote for CDC. Don't play with me. You don't know jack about me. You don't know me.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we can get to the acknowledgement, the jackpot is on, the 3 wise men jackpot. Play. Let's get started playing. Today, again, we are giving you your 10,000. The money is for you, not us. You will have to take it. I told you what it is. When something is available for you, you only need to apply effort, but it is yours already. 10,000 for you. Receive it. And this is how you get hold of your 10,000. Please receive it. Get it. It's yours, not ours. Play with just 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch. That's all you need to do. No more than 200 Liberian dollars, no more than $1.50 US. It is your money, not our money. If you can receive it, well, then it means you don't want it. But we'll still find a way to give it to you because it is a testimony that is waiting for you. Stop going to church and you just ranting in the church. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, give my testimony. Heavenly Father, Lord, give my destiny. Stop saying all of those things because they're a waste of time. God has made everything available to us. There are certain things you don't pray for. You just act and you receive. So here is a glorious testimony that will change. It may not change your entire life readily, but it will change your life significantly. So you take it. That's what testimony is. You take it. He lays it out and you go and receive it. It is yours to take. It is ours to give. And it is yours to celebrate. 10,000 for you. Play the 3 wise men jackpot. Get your 10,000 by just playing 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. And dial star 799 star 25 hatch, and you will have your 10,000. Play as many times as you can play. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just take $200. Play $1.50. Just play. Don't get discouraged if you play the first and second time you didn't win. No, it only means that your testimony is about to fall before you. So you play the 3rd time, the 4th time. Just play. Just play as many times as you can. Don't worry. You will get your 10,000. It is for you. Let's move on to the acknowledgement. Then we get started with the issues we've got on our afternoon plate. We talk it real without compromise, no matter how people feel. The reality is the reality. Weber's King Innocent, you've come on from Johnsonville, South Store. Isaac Rowe, Minneapolis, Minnesota, the United States of America. Samuel Zizi from Paco Barbing Shop. You are in the Barbing Shop, Upper Kerry Street, following the show. Thank you so much. Play from where you are in that barbing shop. You can tell. You might just get 10,000 Liberian dollars that will add spice to your barbing shop. It may change the outlook of your barbing shop. Samuel, please do. Dublin Hill, you are following from Charlotte, North Carolina, the United States of America. Jacob Quay, you've come on from where you didn't say, Doe Community, and you are following from the Innovative Youth Alliance headquarters. That's good. Vinicius Bar Jr., you are watching. Sophie Blamo, Stanley Gayo, Asata Miller from Red Light, Philip Merchant from where you've written something so long without indicating, that U.S. Embassy stuff, we get it, please. Josephus Manning, you've come on from New York City. You said the city that never sleeps in the whole. The Ghanaian men say, whole wild. Where? Andrew Ganda from where? New York City. You said the city that never sleeps in the whole. The Ghanaian men say, whole wild. Where? Andrew Ganda from where? New York City. You said the city that never sleeps in the whole. The Ghanaian men say, whole wild. Where? Andrew Ganda from You didn't say, but it's good to have you. Ontina Cooper from Denver, Colorado, the United States of America. Raheem Gray, Mecklin Street. Clarence Dwyer from Cinco. And the names are just coming and coming. John Spiley, Saturday, Woodoo Ware, Atlanta, Georgia. Victor Gile from Iowa, the United States of America. Ataka Kahu from Maryland, the United States. Navarians M from Toronto, Canada, the United States. Kude Williams from the capital of Washington, D.C. William Massaquet from Pennsylvania, the United States of America. Merchant King from where? Grand Bassa. You say you are falling from Grand Bassa, District 5. Little Cola Clan. Okay. And you, yeah. Don't worry. So just play the King's Cash giveaway. I would say A because you have written it, you've gone public with it. So it's not me say it's not confidential. He say Marsh King say he's following from Grand Bassa County District 5 and he's using his little brother phone. So but man, you can get phone, you can get new phone. Just play the King's Cash giveaway, play the 3 Wise Men Jackpot. Who knows, you could win 30,000 or more as many times as you play. Eh? Minister David Slobot from New Georgia, Caldwell. Andrew, no, not time for that. Bobby Calloway from Grand Cape Mountain County. Jackson Poning, you say you are following from your intellectual center. Block Titan, that is Iron Factory. And your representative is Edward Papi Flomo. Sengbe Davis from Tottenburg, Bombay County. All right, thank you. We can call all the names, but it's good that you're on. We know that you are following. Let's start playing the 3 Wise Men Jackpot. 10,000 Liberian dollars, please, for you. Get your 10,000. Take it. It's yours to have, not ours to keep. Dial *799 *25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and then you have your 10,000 Liberian dollars. That's all you need to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's play as many times as you can. So before I reach the second segment, we will do our first draw. But let's keep on playing, keep on playing, keep on playing, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. So let's start with what came out this afternoon. This afternoon, just before we got on the show, the United States Embassy will have its say on what is unfolding at the House of Representatives because it has taken long. They had thought, because they said they've been monitoring. When someone is monitoring, it means, especially in a situation like this, that they don't want to rush. They want to understand the entire situation, the why and the how, and looking at how it will play out if it is reaching the boiling point, then they will try to offer pieces of advice so that it doesn't degenerate into something dangerous. I'm using that because they inserted that word in the statement, monitoring. They've been following, they have recordings. It's not in their statement. I am saying that because everything the guy is doing in the House of Representatives, public. So the U.S. Embassy and other institutions who are helping Liberia have recordings, literatures, on these things that are happening. They have spoken to people directly and indirectly. They're documenting. So they released a statement today saying that they are monitoring the current situation on Capitol Hill. They are monitoring. They said that Liberia's political processes play out, they want it to play out peacefully and with respect for the rule of law. There, their emphasis is respect for the rule of law. They also call on the leaders to uphold all the parties, all of the parties, the majority bloc, the minority bloc, President Joseph Yuma Braga, who is accused of being the mastermind, all of the stakeholders in this crisis of the House of Representatives, that they should uphold democracy and its practices, to include one that allows for open and transparent political processes and peaceful debate. Peaceful debate. Underline that phrase, peaceful debate. But that did not happen. This should have happened from the onset. It did not happen. The guys instead went the other way around, even allowing police officers to evade their offices, to desecrate their grounds that they refer to as honorable men and women offices. Not only that, but beat willfully, unregrettably, lawmakers who, like themselves, are the representatives of the people with the responsibility to debate the issues and engender a unique atmosphere for the passage of bills and other things. They went further to say that all parties ought to maintain peace of the country, all of the parties, adding that it was important the leaders show unity. It was important, according to the U.S. Embassy statement released this afternoon, that all leaders show unity. But there is no unity over there right now. There's division. There is widespread heightened division. The majority bloc don't want to see the majority bloc. The majority bloc lawmakers see the guys from the minority blocs as enemies of the state, that they do not worth being over there. The statement went further to say that violence is never the answer and it serves no one's interest, urging both sides to reach compromise so that the important work of the legislature can continue for the Liberian people. What that statement means, as far as I know literally, from deductive reasoning, the U.S. Embassy is aware that everything has stalled at the legislature. Listen, what the guys are doing over there, they are only remonstrating. They are only ranting. They are only revolving. They understand the international implications, but they understand the domestic joy. They are revolving, and they think that they are advancing. It's just like you have a perimeter, and you are shouting and screaming and yelling and acting like you have the full authority, but everything that you're doing cannot allow you to go beyond your perimeter. The people outside of that perimeter watching you, they are skeptical. They're not going to be open. They're not going to open up themselves to you. So what the guys are doing there is just revolving. They are revolving. They can't go beyond where they are because everything is at a standstill. You will say the guys are conducting budget hearing, they are moving forward. But the budget hearing is a process. It's not an event. That's what you need to know. All of them know that. Well, if you don't know, then they know that you don't know, so you will be running. So they have a budget hearing. But budget hearing is not an event. It is a process. It encompasses a number of things, inclusive of international partners, Liberia's partners. They have their say. They will have to have their say in the budget. In fact, they participate in the hearing. If you don't know that, know it. Everything the guys are doing is just to say, yeah, the mayor, we recognize the man. We're doing it. And then when he gets tired, he will resign. Then he will leave. Then we'll go back in the mean chambers. Ask yourself, why are they not calling themselves House of Representatives, but they're calling themselves majority bloc? What country in this world, what institution, what development partner will recognize a bloc instead of the legislature? That is why the US government is saying that both sides ought to reach a compromise so the important work of the legislature can continue for the Liberian people. So the important work, why did they say important work? Why they insert the phrase important work? In essence, listen, I'm just giving skirmishes of deductive reasoning. They are simply saying that what the guys are doing over there, they're only revolving. They have not reached the real point yet. They deviated from the most significant to a peripheral situation. The important work that they should have started, they have not started it yet. Meaning they're just dancing. They're just dancing to each other gallery. They stopped there. The US government went further to say that it is important maintaining a democracy. And it's never easy. And there would certainly be tough times, yes. But the key, the US government said, the key is learning from the missteps and remaining steadfast in knowing there is no place, no benefit to resorting to violence. Didn't we tell you? Look at other countries. In parliament, they have disagreements. They have heightened tension on the floor. They disagree with certain policy. They debate to the letter. The debate gets so tense, but it would never resort to violence. That is why that place is referred to as honorable men. Highly educated men and women who have full control or can have full control of their psychology. But what did we see? The guys resorted to violence, yet they say they are honorable men and women. Then they invited police to beat on them. They invited police to beat on themselves. They invited the police to evade their offices, their compound. They invited the police to desecrate their holiness by their by parliamentary setting, desecrated their place. And they will expect people to refer to them as honorable after everything? No. So the US embassy is simply saying that should not have resorted to violence. What's the issue so much? How strong is that issue that you guys will resort to violence? And I should say, the video, the footages that are out, they are bad for this government. They are bad. They are all out. They have started to have a strong bearing on this government. Internally, you may be here and you are excited because you are a fan of the government, so you think nothing wrong with it. But no, it is serious. It is serious. I was on YouTube and following some of the things. Fortunately for me, I came across an analysis the guys did. And you know the video the guy used? I think they brought Representative Koluba, Yeke Koluba. They brought one other guy from the majority bloc. Yeah. Then they sing. They came with this saying two times. in the corridor where the police officers were using batons on the lawmakers. They took that identical scene as what they used in their report. Listen, these guys, what they do, this is why we have to be careful in this country. These guys, do you know that they make money from these kinds of things? They sell it. Other people want it. They get something in journalism called hard news. If you are stringing for BBC and you just report like, or the government of Liberia and Norway signed 13.5 million loan agreement or grant agreement, you send that to BBC. They're not going to prioritize that. And they will ask you, is that the only thing that happened in Liberia today? Or in Afghanistan or Tajikistan or Uzbekistan? But if you send a story like what unfolded, that identical scene, it makes the headline. You know why? Because it's going to increase their fan base. Moreover, other people, other media outlets going to hang on it and sell it to other institutions around the world. Moreover, it has a damaging image because they're not going to say that Liberia, oh, this is a birthday thing. No, as they send it, they say Liberia, oh, that country that just came from war, that they killed almost 250,000 of their people. Because Liberia is associated with war. Once you say Liberia, so from war, because they saw what unfolded here. So the U.S. embassy is simply saying that thing should not have resorted to violence. Then the statement concluded by saying that it remains confident that whatever differences political parties and individual politicians may have, they can come together to address them through direct and peaceful engagement for the good of the country. Isn't this parliamentary politics? The United States government is saying, you guys in Liberia, you claim to be educated. You claim to know everything, yet you cannot engage, you cannot sustain a simple parliamentary politics, that you resort to violence, that you divided the very legislature. And one side is claiming holiness, righteousness, purity, and sees the other side as satanic, unholy, deadly. Instead of discussing the issue, parliamentary politics is all about intellectualism. There where you get to know the men and women. When I say men and women, I mean mentor. That's where and how people get to know that, yes, the people did not make mistake electing. That's when the district people following the debate and say, yes, thank God we elected a sound lawmaker. Thank God we elected a very grounded, educated lawmaker in this woman or in this man. When they see you intellectualizing the issue, no matter how contentious the issues are, you are engaging them using your mentor. But to divide yourselves for few dollars, because this whole thing is about money, about power. So the U.S. embassy is simply saying that though it remains confident that whatever differences political parties and individual politicians may have, they must now come together. They must now come together. That's the closing. The first paragraph of the United States government statement is on, or they reiterated their statement. They restated what they said earlier, that the rule of law should be respected in the country. Meaning they acknowledge that what is happening to the speaker is wrong. How the speaker is being forced or he's being flushed out, it is not right. That is not due process. That is not judicial at all. That place is the place of law, and they expect that everything judicial and parliamentary will go in place procedurally. So they are urging now, they are telling the guys over there that you guys come together to address them through direct and peaceful engagement for the good of the country. Who is willing to dialogue? Who is open to reconciliation? The speaker. Who has to be given due process as per parliamentary procedure? The speaker. Who brought against the speaker several claims as justification or justifiable grounds for them to remove him, the majority bloc? The law said when you accuse a person, then you give him the right to exonerate himself. But you cannot be the accuser, the referee, the linesman, the match commissioner, you everything, and you hand down a guilty verdict. Then it's junta, it's kangaroo. So the U.S. government is simply saying, you go back. The same thing the Supreme Court said, status quo ante. You go back to the normal. It is what the United States government has said in their statement, you go back. Listen, if Barker is a serious-minded person, he will withdraw all of his people that's sitting over there, quote unquote, they are discussing budget. He will withdraw all of them. You know the implication, you know what lies ahead of this government? Listen, you're taking it for a joke. Fanatics of the government, you're taking it for a joke. Do you know that this statement is the final warning to the Liberian government to tell them that if you don't get sense, well, brace yourself for what is being prepared. We will not put a dime. No international partner will sit on that table around here in a kangaroo, junta, hijack, speakership to discuss budget. We will not control in your parole. That's the next thing that is coming to happen. If any one of the international partners went over there to sit with those guys, to even discuss with them on telephone or anything, budget hearing, they will look at themselves and say, we are stupid. Then we need not condemn this government. In their rational selves, they can never ever do it. That's why I told you, those guys are just revolving. Continue to play the cash giveaway. Let's play as many times. Just dial *799 *25 #. Then you play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's all you need to do. And then you have your 10,000 Liberian dollars. Why the guys are receiving 25,000, 15,000 United States dollars, at least you can reach that level. So the station say, we will give you money to sustain yourself. But this is how you receive it. Play 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 on the King's 3 Wise Men jackpot. Then you dial *799 *25 #. When you've done that, when you check your account, you will see 10,000 Liberian dollars in it. Let's continue to play. Those guys are not about you. They are not your lawmakers. They are stifling you. They are suffocating you. They are putting you in a state that you will always beg and beg and beg them. Don't do that again. King's FM say, be independent. We'll give you 10,000 Liberian dollars. Just take it by dialing *799 *25 #. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and you have your 10,000. It's the weekend. Today is the Titan. 2 days from now, we are in the middle of the season, and it all starts real good. Your child or children will not be waiting up to the 20. Do you know that around the 13, 14, 15, when they see their Christmas clothes, they see nothing, They can start getting vexed, start saying something then, carrying your name, also say, my man, I'm buy Christmas clothes, my man, I did my partner, all kinds of things. And don't rely on government. I continue to tell you, you're not taking pay just now. You're not taking pay. What time that thing over there called budget year, they will whether you're hey God, you better play your kids' cash, give it away and win your money. You're there waiting for government. That thing that way next year business. So that's what the US embassy came up with today, yeah? That's what they came up with. So they told the guys, you organize yourselves, you get back to status quo ante, you do it right. The US embassy is simply saying anything that is not done legally is not done at all. Now, once it's not done legally, Bouaka, under no condition, Bouaka can persuade those people. Bouaka can never, ever convince those people why they should be apart. He can't even say in the people's faces. As a matter of fact, he's a scared guy. He's not a leader. Yeah, why he's not a leader? You called the speaker to a meeting at your house. Then you told Sam Gay Telecommunications to resign instead of you putting up that leadership posture to look in his face and tell him. Then you transfer that responsibility to the EPS boss. When the EPS boss is a presidential guy, which means he's the chief security for the president. How can a chief security tell the most powerful man in the country to resign? That shows the ineptitude, the gross ineptitude of Joseph Yuma Bouaka. Let me use the long description he used on Weir. We put it back to you, throw it back to you. Gross ineptitude. The EPS boss, just so you know, is the chief security for the president. He directs, he coordinates everything. He got people working under him. In essence, he's the overall boss who Bouaka consults on EPS issues. Sam Gay. Sam Gay is the chief security officer for Bouaka. In the meeting, he calls the third most powerful man in the country the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Instead of looking in the man's face and say, you need to resign because of XYZ, he told Sam Gay because he's shame. He's shame. So he could not look in the speaker's face and tell him. That's it. Then the next thing I want to talk about, then we open the line, but as we do, please continue to play. Let's play as many times. We're already in the season. This is what the station can do for you. Yeah, this is what the station can do for you to give you money, to help you. The country is hard. The economy not working. I just decided to take a stroll before coming on the air from one place to another, just strolling around, acting like I trying to purchase. And you could see that most of the businesses, you hardly see people pouring. We've been in this country for long, man. We know when Christmas is around, you can see. You see sometimes the people who are selling, they can hardly have space. So money lost on them because they're dealing with 6, 7, 8 customers. People over them here and there, they're confused. But go around right now, just take a stroll around. The place is partly empty. They're begging customers to come in. They're begging. Season time in this country that we know, Liberia, what kind of business person will beg you? They got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 persons over them. How much for the one? How much you selling the one? Ain't let my money yet. You're buying. You see people with 2, 3 plastic bags going. They're chattering keke. But you see, nothing. The beginning can say, shit. So the station say, get 10,000. 10,000. That your money already is there waiting for you. But this is how you get it, by just dialing *799 *25# and play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Look at it. If you took 200 Liberian dollars and you play the King's 3 Wise Men Jackpot and you win 10,000, how many dollars In excess, did that $200 give you 9,900 or 9,800? You see, they just 200. You see it? Just 200 can give you excess of 9,800. Then you wouldn't want to play. That opportunity can never ever drop on my lap and miss it. No. So let's do it here. Let's play. Then let's move to the next pointer, and then we can do our first draw. We stay at the capital. I want to talk about the obsession of the guys who are in the majority bloc, the obsession for power, yet misguided. That is the atmosphere at the majority bloc. You see, obsession for power, yet misguided. They are misguided. They are obsessed. They think that they are doing what is right, but they are misguided. They're not following the procedure. The guy are so obsessed, so freak for power, position. That is why the new speaker, we'll talk about that. The new speaker will have a difficult time bringing that flow together. They are moving, suspending. They are just suspending people, taking people off. They suspended, apart from Abu Kamara, Frank Safoko, and the other guy they suspended earlier. They suspended Marvin Cole, Eugene Collins, in a normal, they say misconduct. You see the irony? Look at the irony. They exhibit a raw, unruly misconduct, yet they are telling the guys on the other side they are suspended for misconduct. This is why God said, if you think speck is in your brother's eye, you want him to take it off. Firstly, examine yourself and see that you have no problem. Then you can query him. The same thing. The guys, the guys at the majority bloc, they are typical. They are typical of the incident we saw with Jesus and those Israelites that came to stone the woman at the well because they said that she was this, she was that, she was not the kind of person to be amongst them in their midst. So he said, no problem. You have every reason to be critical of her. You have every reason to disconnect her from normal society. Whatever you intend to do. But please, let's do it this way. As much as it is your right, let's give ourselves due process. Jesus called for due process. He said, he who hasn't sinned, let him be the first to throw the stone. Let's create a due process. Let's examine ourselves. All of us here. And what happened? All of them ran away. That's the same thing the guys doing over there. They too, they are in the wrong. The entire country beating against them. But they're portraying themselves as the holy ones. They're suspending. Now, here is it. You suspend the guys. You are not a legislature. You are a segment. You are not a legislature. The majority bloc is not a legislature. The majority bloc is not an institution. It is a segment. That is why what the Senate did, it tells us truly that this place is a fun fair. It's a fun fair area. This morning, Israel described it as politics. Truly, that's complete politics over there. Fun fair. How can the Senate recognize a bloc? They say the legislature, the Senate is intact. The House of Representatives is intact, is scattered. They are divided within themselves. And once an institution is divided in itself, nothing is legitimate. Nothing either side does is legitimate. So how now India rational selves will choose to recognize and do business with a segment or a few group of people, quote unquote majority? This too is Liberia. They are not the legislature. That's why the US government say, you go back, you organize yourself better, you put everything into order, follow the pattern of the law. If you guys want to get our support. So they suspended seven now. Today, again, they released another one. Not, was it today? No, yesterday. Yeah, I think they should be today. No, it was yesterday. Today is the titan. Yeah, they say Office of the Chief Clerk, December 12, 2024. Mr. Chimbayo Bridges Jr., Human Resource Director, House of Representatives, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Mr. Bridges, I present compliments and have the honor by Honorable James Collet, Chairman, Rules, Order and Administration, House of Representatives, to inform you that you are hereby suspended for time indefinite without any benefits or benefits. Suspended for the below listed reasons. 1, gross insubordination. At the first one, hey, the irony, the thing they're doing all that too. What they're doing again to the speaker, that gross insubordination, yet they're suspending people on that. Gross insubordination. 2, double doping. 3, conflict of interest. 4, administrative default. They pack up charges which they can't really prove, all because they want to get rid of certain people. The communication concluded, during your suspension, you are requested to cooperate with the investigative team set up by the Rules, Order and Administration Committee. I am further mandated to inform you why, undergoing your suspension, you are requested to turn over all your office and all properties belonging to the office of the Human Resource through the office of Deputy Chief Clerk, Acting Chief Clerk. The Human Resource man, they're talking of the job. 3 inhumane acts which they would not want anybody to do to them. That 1, the man is suspended indefinitely. 2, that he should turn all office materials over. 3, no pay, no benefits. In essence, what are they saying? We want you here again. Even if we see you around here, you won't coming back again, no problem. At least we flush you out. And you know what they are doing? Listen, I'm not putting this thing on party ground, but they're giving us every reason to believe. I do not know whether this guy is a partisan. I don't know whether he supports any party, rather. But I do know that the 3 guys they suspended, Dixon Sibo, Marvin Ko, Abu Kamara, Edward Papi Flomo, who else? Those guys are from CDC. They are not from any party but CDC. So you see, they attack or they hit against CDC, directing all their weapons and stay on. While we're moving the speaker, let's get rid of CDC people. Though we can take them out because they were elected, but let's just break everything around them that will just be in this place as mere representatives. So they are suspending. They're enjoying their position. And that will take me into the flow. Then we'll open the line. But continue playing the play. Let's play as many times as we can. The King's Catch giveaway. Don't give up. Keep on playing. Keep on playing. The more you play, you're going to win. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch. Play $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. That's all. You get your 10,000. And for also that your money is for you. So you have to take it. Take it that your money. If you can exercise fit, it will not work. Oh, that your money. That how you can take it. Enough for us. That 10,000. Or beg you, take your money, carry it. Enough for all. Take it. Me I've been telling you that 10K out. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Then you dial star 799 star 25 hatch. When you finish that 10,000 in your account, give me 10,000 right now. Give Sam Andrews 10,000 right now. A big ball star. You know that money is life. You know that when you get money, you can be sick. The beginning can say, your mind partner that truly that how it can be. You can be so sad. You even want kind of sad. But guess on now, 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 in your pocket. Hey, forget it, man. You're moving from one end to another. You energize. You feel comfortable being amongst your minute. So let's do it, please. Let's do it. Let me talk about the aftermath of the flow. Then we will slip from the legislature and go to something else. The guys are divided. This crisis is going to come to an end. And the responsibility will be on the new speaker. The new speaker. Richard Kuhn is not the speaker. How many of you know that thing they did with Richard Kuhn was nothing parliamentary? He wasn't elected speaker. It was just a rush. Nothing parliamentary. They did not follow the rules of how a speaker is inducted. You follow the rule. You ask them for their own rules, how it is done. Or you go back to previous induction of speaker or speaker taking the oath of office. You go back to it from Liberia. I say out of Liberia, you go back and you see. Nothing around there. It was just a rush thing. Tamafala wrote few lines. Then he called him. Because that very day, Richard Kuhn was not too sure. So when they heard that George Weah was coming in the country, and the presence of Weah in the country was going to crack the number, a good number of their block was going to defect. So they ran quick to carve that whole thing called resolution. Then they say, no, they didn't carve that the same thing. They only said those guys who rescinded, they put their names back on it. And in no time, they said they reached the 50. So since they exceeded 49, they have the legitimacy now. Now that they have the deputy speaker, they can induct the speaker. But nothing like that. Do you know that when this man leaves, when Speaker Kofa leaves, they will still have to elect a speaker? Richard Kuhn will not be there. Richard Kuhn is ad hoc. Richard Kuhn is a caretaker person over there. He's not recognized. Nobody, no country, none of Liberia partners recognize Richard Kuhn. The American embassy, the EU, everybody that following our country, helping us developmentally, they can never stand in front of you and tell you they recognize Richard Kuhn as the speaker. They don't see Richard Kuhn as the speaker. As far as they know, Fonati Kofa is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. That's why the U.S. Embassy statement says you go back to status quo ante. You do everything right. You debate it parliamentarily. You follow the procedure, and you do it so that unity and peace will continue to reign instead of giving credence to violence. None of Liberia partners ever recognize Richard Kun. They're just laughing at us when they sit in their offices. $5 not going to come to Liberia. No bilateral partner will ever give a dime. If I were Boaka, I would tell my guys, y'all withdraw. Y'all leave that budget hearing. Let's settle everything. Flushing Fonati Kofa out of that place. It doesn't say that everything going to be rosy with the government from a parliamentary standpoint or that house. No. Nobody should ever live with that illusion, except you understand governance and its external support base. It's never going to happen. Rachel Kun resign. Let's assume that Rachel Kun resign. No, oh God, sorry. Please, I beg you, forgive me. Let's assume that Fonati Kofa resigns today. It doesn't settle anything. No. I wouldn't say that is the solution to the misunderstanding and international partners going to be running in. Not at all. It would just be an isolated incident, meaning he tendered in his resignation, so now it finished. But what are the other core issues, the other contentious issues that need to be solved? So Rachel Kun is not the speaker. The new person, the new speaker, will have a difficult task to reconcile, to bring back the legislature, the House of Representatives, firstly, initiating reconciliation. And that's going to be a daunting task, given what has happened over the time, to the extent that lawmakers from the majority blocks were beaten by police, and lawmakers from the majority blocks were celebrating. They were happy over their colleagues' beating. And you think they will ever want to reconcile with any one of those guys? Secondly, that floor will be noisy every time they met. It will be noisy. The new speaker will have a difficult time. If it will be Richard Kun, I see many days some bills will not pass over there. I see fighting in that place. I see it turning into the flow will turn into a real rowdy situation, a rowdy atmosphere, that the presiding officer will cancel session many days. Moreover, I see a faint atmosphere, an awful one, provided everything can be settled in time and everybody give in to let go. But if the hard feelings drags on, I see President Boaka delivering his State of a Nation address I want to give a description, say like in a chicken portrait, where people, in a portrait, you can see it, they'll just be moving around. Few people that just be moving around. The chicken, watch the chicken in the portrait. Few people. Now, no president will want that. Some of the development partners will not go there. They will not go there. You saw what happened? And you saw what happened the first time? Boaka delivering a State of the Nation address. The United States government walk out. Then with this kind of thing, they will go sit down there to endorse. The new speaker has a Herculean task. Please, let's continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. As many times as you can play, you will have your money. We're giving you 10,000 at a week today, Friday, with that jolly day. The whole place, right? You will be jam packed. Imagine Entertainment Center will be jam packed. So play dial star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars on $1.50, and you'll win your 10,000. Okay, that Christmas time. Okay, so that's it then. We're still talking about that flow. We got time ahead of us. We got a couple of things ahead of us that we'll still talk about that flow. But that what it is, just in a nutshell. Let's turn to you now to have your say on the first segment. Hello.
Yeah. You are very good,
Good afternoon.
Yeah, there is some outside to for promote all the people in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, we are same to the topic on discussion. You know, we welcome the statement of communication term for the US embassy. But we still have people for the legal state that Baga is not a global person by our country. But our people to listen. You know, our people get everything the same when we are taking of people to go for the we tell people that Baga don't listen. Baga is not a good person, Baga is not a good person. Because, you know, Baga is confusion, Baga is a CPD, Baga does matter the whole CPD. Now today, Baga is saying the president, we can't say anything of Baga in the mayor. They will move on the speaker. They will be the downfall of the Baga government. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, brother. Let me say thank you so much for the show. And let me say thank you for the topic on discussion. Straight to the point. We know that the speaker said or gave even to Rachel Cool. There is no strong man that build with local Rachel Cool to say that they would make business with him, for God's sake. When international community is not respecting Rachel Cool as the speaker of Liberia, so who the business partner or the partner coming to Liberia raise their money to come and make business? I think Liberia, we got to see our best to do something better so we can get there. You know, during the day, we told the people that they don't just go to give somebody one thing and leave it like that. Let person we are going for his second thing. But the people feel that Raga was an old man, so he gave a chinching. So they came in by saying a rescue team. And now as the local 18, but we are finally going to executing.
All right, Chief. Thank you.
So let me say thank you so much for the show.
Thank you.
No make with Richard Cook, except we can go through a due process.
Thank you. Hello. 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 You are on the air, Chief.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Bill Andrew. I'm Prince Double calling from District 4.
Let's hear you, Prince.
That young man that called is speaker. We just want to tell him, let him respect himself. Let he must be able to step down. J. Folonti Kofa is the legitimate speaker of the House of Representatives. Please, we beg him. And even Michael Thomas should step down with the majority group. If not, we give him 110. Or we will tell him to step down too. Thank you.
Why?
Who?
Why?
Because they are not doing the right thing. They are not following the rule of law. The rule of law in our country, they're breaking it. Even their so-called President Joseph Nyuma Boakai.
All right, Chief. Thank you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You are on the air. Everybody listening to you.
I'm sorry. I'm calling brother Sam Andrew. My name is Arvin Dana and I call for the UN draft. Well, brother Sam Andrew, let me appreciate this after for your talking point. Also, let me appreciate Almighty God for pumping breath into all our voice to be here. You know, brother Sam Andrew, yesterday, they took man job and they gave a ball. But now we are taking man job, giving it back to man. And where's more than the time for having a position? You know, when God having a position, we want to cover all the people of the North.
within the capital building, lawmaker put their money self, police PCO lawmaker, we don't everything, but they are giving men job out of here. Now, what's happening to men? Man, please try and open your brain to do the laboratory work, but don't allow God to laugh at you, please. Please get a school to do laboratory work. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Let's continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. Down star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and you win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Terry. I'm calling from Battenville. Yeah, my brother just said it. I just checked on Google and asked for the current speaker. Saw Jeff Andikofa, but now I didn't see Richard Kunde. So why must these people be wasting our time? I think they have to go back in the hospital to do the needful. If they will move the man, then they bring the 49 and move the man. And then the country move forward instead of them being in one little corner called RLJ and wasting our time. I don't think we offer all these things. Because back then, by the time the boy was Rudy, I think was doing better. The path that the country was on a path now that you could just take it and then go in front of it. But now we are seeing ourselves going back. I don't think it's right. Thanks for the show.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice weekend too. We in a weekend, that a weekend. I play all that 10K out. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you come from?
My name is Jacob. Thank you very much, people. Thank you for your talking about this afternoon. You know the issue out there, what I said, no business in Alicia and Yongalo too. And also, after the former president, we are in power. You're telling the Labrador people that, you're getting men to a poor. Now, the poor tell the power of the man, and the man is telling all his said, I know nothing about corona. You are lost, zero. They're going, so I mean for the 4 year impact, no impact, no legacy. I mean, I say, I'm going to over. Wow, we're going the whole thing, you. So all the men, father, and no one can show legacy. Other than so, lot of people. So that be, we're just using a tiny powder, you know, a speaker.
Okay, Chief.
I don't want to teach our brother in university.
I mean, that university instructor there, that Bobo, accounting con. Thank you. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. St. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Peter the Victor, so I call from another street like in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. You know, I think the statement from an American ambassador speaks volume. And if government officials are very, very smart, this is the time you need to put their act together. Master Secretary Richard Kuhn and Sam Cooker and the other guys that I found the majority Liberian, the so-called majority Liberian bloc need to put their act together because America has spoken and they spoke very smartly. If these guys cannot govern themselves and then adopt a rational policy approach, it is the government that will be defeated. And that's one of the things that that's one of the mistakes that Joseph Imam Boakai continue to make. You said you allow people to undermine your government because we are hitting 1 year.
All right, Chief.
To account for.
Okay.
So what are you doing as a leader?
Thank you. Let's take somebody from the women's line. Hello. Hello.
Andrew.
Yes. Lower your radio. Lower your radio or cut it off.
Yeah, I go far away from the radio. You can get me now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. My name is Rose Toto. I'm calling from Front Street. Well, really, I can't believe in the whole comment here. I can certain people get together to rescue one man. Joseph Waka, you know how many people drowning in the water? But whole country get out to rescue one man and leave the other people to drown to death. What fanatic over has done to these people? What really he did to them? That the job hunting one man. We can really get away, we can understand. Why really is the problem? Who are these people? Where the wicked people are packing and like brought people brought it to power? Where the heartless people were packing that brought people brought it to power? What the problem? What the problem? When they get all suffering, look at Christmas. What we're supposed to be celebrating Christ's birthday. Look at it when the whole country is looking. We get no hope. We get no faith from anywhere. Let God we're looking at. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't get discouraged. All right, just keep the hope. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Aaron Johnson coming from the street.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, I can very enjoy the analysis. Even the common man would understand, But, Mr. Parker came from a party of lawlessness. This may have enjoyed how tradition has been brutalized and nothing came from out of it. So they are very honest. They always thinking that those things they did and nothing came from out of it have given them the guts to reach to this level. They did it November 7 up to now, nothing came from out of it. They did it in Lota up to now, nothing has come from out of it. So he feels that he has a supremacy and that they do anything here. They feel like right for them that we tradition or other people will bow to them. That's why they have come to forgive the law and feel that we accept it like before. Right now, they are choking. It's not going nowhere. We will not be silent because our president, our leader, is the reason today you see all of those things cleaning our hearts and we still live with them in peace. It's not because they are more powerful or we make ourselves inferior to them. No. So they should stop the thinking that Liberians who are citizens from other parties are fed of them, or they feel the most educated, or we bind to them. We watch everything he says.
Okay. All right, Mama. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Let's continue to play the King's Catch. Continue to play. We are giving out 10,000 Liberian dollars today. That's the Three Wise Men Jackpot. Play 7 star 799 star 25 hatch 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and you win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. The many times you play, you're going to win. No doubt you will have your 10,000. Very shortly, we do first draw 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Let's draw our first winner. Let's call. Let's see. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hello.
Lower the radio, or call it off, Chief. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Sam Andrews calling you from Kings FM 88.5. What is your name?
I'm Abraham O'Dennis.
What? Hello?
Yeah, I'm Abraham O'Dennis. Abraham Dennis.
Abraham Dennis or Abraham O. Dennis? Which one?
O'Dennis.
Abraham O. Dennis. How will you spell your last name?
You say how to spell my last name?
Yes, sir. Huh? Dennis?
Yes.
Did you play the King's Catch giveaway?
I just played. I just went through it.
You played not long.
I just
went through it. Yeah.
How did you play?
I was told by you that I should start 799 star 25 ash. Yeah, I went to work, selected 2. Which is $200.
Okay. All right. Is this your mobile money number, Mr. Dennis?
Yeah.
Okay, please. I'm going to call you back in the next few minutes. Yeah. So it's Abraham, Abraham.
Yeah.
Abraham Dennis.
Yeah.
All right, Abraham. So please keep your phone on. So let's continue to play. Down star 799 star 25 hash and play with 200 Liberian dollars. 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. $1.50 US, and you'll win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. 10,000 Liberian dollars. Let's play as many times as we can, and as you play, you're going to win. Yeah, this is the station we're giving you your mile. You can collect it now. Well, then that's it though. Don't blame also. At least giving you 10K, you know what I mean? Yeah, in a kind of hard time, that's why look at me and say you get 10K. I'll be excited. Yeah. They say, I know they can say some expression they can use any amount, something like that. Say, I know one drug and fair bucket, something. I mean, you can't overlook anything. Yeah, why can't you grab it? The opportunity kind of way, you take it. Take advantage of it. Okay. All right. So let's move now. Let's move to something else. As you continue playing the King's Three Wise Men Jackpot. So the LTA. But before then, let me read something to you. I want to read something to you. Life is a cycle. That is why you have to be very careful what you say to people or how you criticize, condemn, critique, or criticizing is acceptable. Criticism is acceptable. It's part. Yeah. It's acceptable. What we consider as what criticism is what people consider as insult. It simply means giving your opinion. Yeah. It means your opinion. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing. I will read that document. I'm trying to get it. But as we do, as I try to get it, please continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. Today is Friday, the weekend. I don't want you to miss out on this glorious opportunity. Continue playing. You can tell. You might just win this breakfast while I get that document.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
You're listening to Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. Today is Friday, a jolly day in Liberia, Monrovia. The entertainment centers are going to get jam-packed not too long. Jam-packed. And you want to be a part of that. So you can be a part if you don't have money. You can be a part if you don't have money. Your friends will overlook you. So you need money. At most 10,000 Liberian dollars. And Kings 88.5 can get you that. Yeah. Can get you that. All you have to do is just play with $200 Liberian on the King's Cash 3 Wise Men jackpot. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian or $1.50, and you will have it. Okay. So let's go back. Let's draw our first winner. Then we'll go to something else, which is affecting everybody. It is beyond party line. It's beyond party sentiment. Everybody is affecting everybody. But there's something I want to start with. Yeah. Hello, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
You speak the main. Did you check your account? Congratulations, you've won 10,000 Liberian dollars from Ken's Cash giveaway. You want to check your account? Please do.
All right.
Yeah, I'll call you back to confirm. Yeah, please check your account.
Okay.
All right. So here is the statement. Let me start with this. Let me start with this statement. You want to be very careful what you say to people, especially when you are out, when you are not within. When you are not within, you think that the people who dare, they're just incompetent. They are messing things up. That's how you would think. And you would say things to make other people to believe that you are the best. And when you get in, when you have the opportunity to get in, you will do, not only will you correct the mess that you criticize or describe as mess, but it's going to be better, far better. I am talking of what has been happening over the time with this telecommunication stuff. And then what the LTA has been doing, the telecom sector vis-a-vis the LTA. People had been, I think it was this week that AB explained everything to you, the political aspect of it. He did explain everything to you people. Some of you really don't know because you're not informed of this whole voice call, mega, all of the funny stuff. So all you know, you put money in your phone, you can call, you put megabyte in your phone, you can browse. Except for few people who really know the technical details of these things or have the literacy to it. So over the time, people been complaining. There are people who are techno savvy. They know. So they've been raising a serious concern to the sector being malfunctioning, because they feel that what they were doing, the right thing, but not realizing that they were complicating the matter. And as it turns out, it became worse. So over these few days, they have had a serious problem. But here is the statement. October 22nd, 2022. We are on the brink of going into the election. CDC still in power. They encounter some problems. They were working on it, and they asked for patience. The Liberia Telecommunications Authority, under Edwina Vakwa, they asked for patience, appeal to the public. Unity Party in opposition then hung on that. The people, George Weah put gross incompetent people all over the place. They messing up things, all kinds of dreadful things they were saying. Let me read one of several lines from the very men who dare now. called Patrick Horner. Do you know that Patrick Horner has no idea? Absolutely. The only reason Patrick Horner is sitting over there because Boaka has sent people to the places that he had wanted Patrick Horner to go. It was lately he realized, and he could not withdraw those names. So he was constrained, and it became a learning curve technologically for Patrick Horner. But he's not a techno expert. He isn't. He's more political than technical. So yeah, what he wrote, the same thing, blasting CDC people, condemning the LTA, saying all kinds of stuff. He said in October the 22nd, 2022, he said confirmed it was gas, then rice, now orange, and Lone Star minutes and data have been reduced. Check your minutes and data effective today. 1,000 megabyte reduced to 400 megabyte. It starts saying all kinds of things. I get it right out there. I don't have four, but I have some. Then a man, Dillon hung on it too, together with the other people. They felt that our government was playing fun. They think that it was joke. When you see the guys playing on the field, you think that are petty things. Just like the people, when they hear us talking on the air, they think that are easy thing. Oh, we can make it here. When they come in a space of 1-2 days, they run away. They can't come back again. They know how tedious, how frustrating it is. Putting all your stuff together, researching, where then you sit down for between 3 to 4 hours. When you're there, you think that the people who there, they are inept. But when you get there, when you start to encounter the challenges, and you can make significant gains, or you can meet the expectation of the people, then you want them to sympathize with you. That is what is happening with the LTA presently. Before then, Lone Star, Celcom, you know what's up. Then a slip on the other side. Today they apologize. After frustrating the people with almost everything telecommunications, they did not come out to say what was the problem, what they were encountering. You can do that in administration. There is something in organizational procedure or administration called information sharing. Hold on.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
So it's called information sharing. in organizational procedure is called information sharing. Whatever the problem you are encountering, you have to tell your people. That is why you hear the radio station people, whenever there is a problem, say, oh, we are encountering this problem, and given the nature of it, you hear them say it is beyond our control. So the public will understand, the public will know that there is a problem. That is the reason why this program is not on the air, or that it will come late, or just like that, they will know. Then they will adjust themselves. That's what information sharing does. It puts you in the position to adjust yourself. You brace yourself for not having or listening to that show, but that you have to wait because it was not intentional. That's what information sharing is. Everywhere that is done all over, except this government not doing it. They accuse the we are government of the same thing, yet they are doing what they accuse of. Over the days, consumers or subscribers been complaining of everything. People complaining their data vanishing, if not vanished completely. They voicemail, everything, they just complaining here and there. If you went on your internet now, you will get responses. You will hear people saying all kinds of things. When they realize that they've made some kind of progress, that when they release a statement to say they apologize for what happened. That's when they apologize. You can't treat your citizens that way. In other countries, LTA will pay good money. They'll pay good millions of dollars. What happened in this country with institutions can happen in other countries, real countries. You pay thousands. You pay thousands to subscribers. Yeah, what they said. He said the Liberia Telecommunications Authority is deeply concerned about consumer complaints. They acknowledge that consumers or subscribers have been complaining to the extent that they started using or saying awful things because they felt frustrated. Not felt, but they were frustrated with how things are going. The Liberia Telecommunications Authority is deeply concerned about consumer complaints and is convening a stakeholder engagement today to address all issues. All those, you know how long this thing been going? This is the second week. And LTA will attempt to say nothing to the people that we are encountering this. The reason why you're experiencing what you're experiencing or the difficulties you are going through with your system is because we are going through this, or Celcom and Lone Star have encountered this problem, or Celcom is encountering this problem, or Lone Star has encountered this problem. We are in touch with them. We are working with them to have it solved. Or just, something, you just have to say something. Because Telecom, LTA is the regulator. Who the people look up to? The only reason you hear them blasting Celcom and Lone Star because they're used to them. And most of the people don't know that LTA is the regulator of the telecom sector, except for the Irish ones. All those times, they did not say exactly what they were going through. But when it got heated, that's when they say, oh, no, we acknowledge and we're sorry, we're holding a stakeholder meeting. Let Let's continue to play the Kings giveaway. Let me call ABA to confirm. Continue to play. Down star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and you'll win for yourself 10,000. Abraham, yeah, I called. Can you confirm you receive it?
Oh, yeah, I just received it.
You just received it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How many dollars did you receive?
I received $10,000.
10,000. Great, congratulations. So continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. Don't give up. Keep on playing, yeah?
I'm waiting for the biggest one.
Yeah, you might likely win it. And tell everybody in your house, make everybody in your house to play.
I'm sitting around people and they are giving me more.
Yeah, they're listening. Yeah, encourage them to play too, yeah?
All right, okay, I will do so.
Yeah, you might likely win the bigger one. It's good that you are waiting for the bigger one. So as you do, continue to play.
As long as it means the possibility to do a thing.
Yes. All right, Abraham. Congratulations. Abraham has won the 10,000. Our first winner. Continue to play. You can tell you might be a part of the draw, and you might just that a weekend every guy thank you. So LTA sat down all those days the people were complaining will not only to come up today and say they apologize and they are holding a stakeholder meeting. They are holding a stakeholder meeting to have the problem solved. But they were saying the same thing when the sector started encountering problem. They hung on it. They scored political capital from it. They said all that they could. The only person who is error-free is God. Every one of us are subject to natural laws. We are humans. You have errors. You have the machines too can malfunction. All these things happen. So you have to understand, but you also have to communicate with your people whom you are serving. It is an obligation. It's not an option. You tell them that we have encountered this problem. The reason why you have your data running, or you have your voicemail not flowing, or whatever, is because of this. The early information sharing puts the people in a position to accept the situation, empathize with you, and wait for you to solve it with patience. But not doing it. This is the first one I read to you from Patrick Horner. I come into the second. At that time, they say, oh, cities lawmen doing that, all kinds of things. But yet they are the same thing. You know why? Because the only person who has a real technical knowledge over there are the chairman. Patrick Horner, they just have a political appointment. Now, what they call political appointment, get here and go sit down. Then you have to use that time now to be learning on the job. But you don't go in there like an expert. Like my man got bias Basigia. You take Basigia now. Basigia is the one of the best IT specialists in this country. Second can never ever lose him. He attempted many times to be second, the people begging. He is the only man by second policy. You don't engage into political activities. You don't get on the radio to discuss politics. You don't do it. But he's the only person. He's the only man. Second say, no problem. You know why? Because of his expertise. He is an IT genius. If you take such a man and put him into LTA, then he say yes, that appointment by based on specialty or merit. But honor the other people, that political appointment, that's why you will encounter problem, because they're learning on the job too. They rely on the few technical people that are there. They're only using political authority. So they came to apologize and say that they are holding stakeholders meeting to address the situation. Just thought that to share that with you. Have your say. Let's have your say on this. Let's draw our next winner, and then we go to another thing, and then we are out. Today is Friday. How you been faring with this whole telecom stuff, Celcom, Lone Star, LTA, the regulator? Just share your thoughts, and then we move to something else as we draw our next winner on the cash giveaway on Real Talk. Yeah. We've got another thing to talk about. LIB. We got something else to talk about. It's not going to happen anytime. So, in fact, that is the end of it. That is the end. The ultimatum given by Borkai, do you know that ultimatum has passed the 10 days? The ultimatum given by LTA for all government officials to declare their assets, that ultimatum has passed, and Borkai can't say anything. The 10 days is over. Within those 10 days, as LACC, did any government official declare their assets? No. You know why they did not? Because they know that the president is sleeping. He's of age. He's not that retentive, except somebody tells him or reminds him. That's the only time. So once he's not told or reminded, he's not going to ask. No. He's not going to ask. The 10 days he gave his colleagues, because they are colleagues, the only difference is he's the boss. The 10 days he gave his colleagues expired. The deadline, I think they gave 10 days to either 10 or 12 LACC expired. Nobody declared their assets. Nobody went there. The 10 days expired 2 Mondays. This is the second week we're in. This is the second week, nothing. Isn't that ineptitude? Where that man Dillon? Isn't that ineptitude? So nobody going. The rest of the guys will not declare their assets. I said this thing from time to time. None of those guys, none of the remaining, at least the few that declare their assets, fine. Yeah. The few that declare their assets, it's okay. But the guys are not going to. Not at all. They will not declare their assets, and LACC will not do anything about it. The president himself will not, because he has forgotten. And none of his ministers, none of the people around him who know about it will ever remind him, because they are protective of each other. They seek each other's interest. So they will not tell him, Mr. President, the rest of the people. LACC too will not want to come out. So then why did the president give the ultimatum? Because the ultimatum simply means an authority, a command that you must follow. Anything short of that is punishment. And the president did make it clear that any government official or the remaining government officials who will refuse to declare their assets, they will be suspended. The time has passed. They were to operate within those 10 days. They were to do everything within those 10 days. The 10 days expire, nothing. Why? Why hasn't the president taken action? Why? Why hasn't the president taken action? Because he ain't able to manage. You do anything to the minute. If you check the number of ministers and other people, directors who have not completed or declared their asset, more than 25, 30, 50. Let's assume 50. Can he suspend all 50? Take the 50 off job? Will he want to do that? No. He can. So what was the reason for sounding authoritative when you wouldn't do anything? Leaders just don't speak. Leaders just don't give ultimatum. Leaders give ultimatum. And when the ultimatum expires, because every ultimatum has a decision waiting. The ultimatum simply means you have to do within this period. To show neglect of not doing what you ought to do within that period and it expires, it means action is coming. No more talking. That's what it is. The president will give 10 days. The 10 days expire. LACC gave their ultimatum, it expired. Nothing happened. You think the people fear Bwaka? You think that they are afraid? No. He said the ice will fall. The only action that we have seen him take, because maybe he's not really benefiting, or they must have given him information about that person, because envy is high in government. Liberian government, the envy is too high. They envy one another. They carried information to the president to get rid of certain people, especially those who are close to the president. It's always, the envy in government is always high. It's always high. Misinformation, vibrating, all kinds of stuff. So why hasn't he taken action against those people, those ministers? It's because he's the leader, but he's not fully in charge, man. He can. Maybe he has said to himself, I've suspended several individuals or officials, so I can't keep suspending and suspending. Maybe that could be one of the reasons, but it just killed everything. This week, they signed a performance contract bond along with the code of conduct. There's nothing new about the code of conduct. I think there's only try to do some modifications. So the signing ceremony took place this week. That same document said, declare assets, every government official, everybody who is in public service. Like the people who say the laws on the book, the laws are just on the book, but no political will. And I've been wondering what's called political will. It's nothing called political will. You have the laws written, but no political will. I've heard people say that many times. This country has good laws on the book, but it lacks political will. No. The political will is there. The political people disregard it. The political people tear it apart. If your argument is the political will is there, then it means it's there to do. But if there is no doing, then it means they tear it apart. They see it as nothing. So they go by their own will than the law. Like what Boakai is doing with the speaker. His own will. So he has torn the law apart. So that expression you're putting aside, good laws on the book, but no political will. No, the political will is there. The political will is for the politician to do it. The law's not there. The law say for the 49 persons, then you move the man. But I say no. They tear that 49. They tear that aspect with some of the guys there and do what I want. And that clear example, you look at it. So no political way. The laws on the book, Liberia has good laws on the book, but there's no political will. That is a lie. You don't understand that. The political will is there, but the politician tears it by making it of no value, no essence, no worth, but that his Nebuchadnezzar will should prevail. When you say no political will, you're simply saying the politician not acting because it's politics. Politicians write it, politicians ought to implement, or the executive ought to implement. So they're not implementing. That's why you say no political will. The political will there, the politicians look at it and tear it apart, just as Barker has torn apart the law. The law says you 49 persons to get him up. But before then, gave him due process. Barker said no. In fact, my man, Kofa can't do the horse here. You have to stop going to presidents or they think the patronage politics, we have to stop it in this country. We have to stop it. This patronage politics is killing. It hasn't helped Liberia. It's still not helping. We have to drop patronage politics. You see it everywhere. You see it in the three branches of government. The president is not law and gospel. He's just one of several persons who were elected. And he is a public official just like any other person. He is amongst fellow equals. But by function, he is referred to as the president. Being the president doesn't put you in the position of Nebuchadnezzar. So The political will is always there, but the politicians will discard or tear the political will, which is the book, and allow their Nebuchadnezzar will to prevail. What I want is what should happen. So if you understand this thing good, you take what I'm saying, that expression political will. Look at the Bwaka situation vis-a-vis the speaker. Coup. Bwaka coup to remove the speaker. They put the law aside, they tear the law. Then they put their will to prevail. Has Bwaka not told the men to resign? Is Bwaka not aware of the law? Is Bwaka not a politician? That's how politicians will want you to feel, to play on you, because every little thing that comes, you just accept it. Susceptibility is a virus. You don't attempt to be critical, to ask yourself some questions. What truly the meaning of this line? Why they often use it? The same way they will say, oh, Liberia democracy is fragile, fledgling democracy. I know how many years they use that expression. But I think it's okay for this time. Because democracy, a democracy, the Bwaka pour kerosene gas on Liberia democracy, set it on fire. Continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. We want to do the next draw before we can go. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch and play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. As you play and play many times, you will win. Not playing, you will not win. The country is hard. So play, please. Play. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and you get 10,000. We are giving out 10,000 Liberian dollars. 10,000 Liberian dollars. 10,000. So the National Port Authority said the port is overstaffed. The National Port Authority, they are saying that the port is overstaffed. That the total workforce is at 1,900 employees. Yeah. And they will attribute the overstaffing to what they call policy implementation by their predecessors. Meaning, they say, George, we are government, for plenty of people in Freeport. The number they get there now, the number of people working in Freeport, the real employees, them, not contractors, not people who go to hustle. The real people who on payroll, when more in, you can go and sign for your money, or they send it in a bank, you go there and take it. They call those kind of people then employees. NPA management is saying that the place is overstaffed or overpacked. The total number of employees together now, that 1,900. The management of NPA is saying the reason Freeport National Port Authority is overstaffed because George Weah put people in all those areas. He stuffed Freeport, just like when you put in goods in cartoon. You put it, then you suppress. You put it, you press it down. You put it, you press it down. That's what they're saying. That's what they mean. They say that the overstaffing is due to policies implemented by their predecessors. Predecessor mean the person or the people you take over from. So NPA management is saying the reason the place is overpacked, that George Weah took plenty people, all his CDC people, relatives, and other people, he just packed them in Freeport. To the extent that Freeport overstaffed. The NPA management is saying the number of employees they get there, the workforce or the staff, 1,900. But here is it. Listen, how Dukley, the managing director, will be giving this misleading information? This is contradiction. When the man took over, didn't the man carry a reshuffle? Didn't he put people down? Didn't he cut down the workforce? Wasn't Freeport one of the places of government that people were crying and complaining of being laid off? And they said that they were doing that to safeguard the system. So what happened? What happened with the cleanup exercise? What happened with the raiding of the corridor? Because that's what they did. They took people from positions, they laid people off. And Unity Party people and other people who hustling on Unity Party were excited. Yes. Let the people go find job elsewhere. All kinds of stuff. Dukley, they accused Dukley of bringing here people. The controller. Many times we heard that in weeks when he took over, he raided, he cleaned the system. Why you were complaining that the place is overstaffed and the current workforce is 1,900, and then you attribute it to the Weah's government? That's what the management of NPA said, that the port is overstaffed and the total workforce over 1,000 over 1,900, over 1,000. That's what they released, over 1,000. So it means that it's pretty close to 2,000-3,000. That's what he's saying. Then the management says the reason for the overstaffing of the port is what George Weah did by his policy. Yeah. That's what came up. Then they say, according to the NPA management, that they spend 1.4 million monthly on salaries, just on salaries, 1.4 million to pay the over 1,900 employees. The management of NPA is saying that they spend 1.4 million United States dollars every month. Every month. So in essence, Dukley, let me use Dukley because he is the boss. He is saying that the rest of the people should brace themselves for a second cut or layoff. That the money used, they're finding it hard to generate 1.4 million they use on salary every month. You want to believe that? But here is the man who was boasting of substantial revenue generation. You have to be careful how you condemn other people. They went further to say that they announced that they will not be remitting allocations to the 2025 national budget, citing pressing outstanding projects. Oh, LRB politics, LRB governor, so interesting. When you get there early, when the judge appoint you, you can be too hot. You want proof a point. Even if you have no idea, everybody healing you. Because you there, you the boss. The man came. Less than no time. The man said, how many dollars did he say they remitted into government's account? I think he said, how many million, man? He said, was it 4 million? No, he said, we are used 6 years. 6 years to generate 4 million. Which an unborn child can't even accept because it doesn't sound to reason. Hey man, I just forgot he figured that he remitted into government's account. You are boasting. He started running from radio station to radio station. New boy in the town, the hottest NPA. What happening there now? Why would he say that they're not giving money to the budget? They're not contributing to the budget because they have constraints. Or, you know why? Hey, that ain't really know the thing really good. He did not want to give the technical people chance to do their work. He felt that because Bouaka appointed him, Bouaka took him from America. The little help that he was rendering to Bouaka decided to pay him back by giving him Freeport, a tough area, the gateway to the nation's economy, as they call it. He didn't know that place, it takes a brain, a technical brain. He felt that it was just a mere political position. So you were, where you run. So they contributed this amount to the budget, and why they took few months to contribute that money by generating. George Weah took 6 years to generate 4 million. From that time till now, what happened? In Labyrinth and say she. So he's saying, I'm using him because he's the head. He's saying now that they will not be contributing. Yeah. They will not be contributing money. And saying NPA announced that it will not be remitting allocations to the 2025 national budget, citing pressing outstanding projects. Let's get to the line here. I have a few minutes to go. You can have your say on this. We have the news coming on. We have to go. But that all, I thought you came first. You say, oh, you're doing that. You're generating the money. You're doing the other one. You gave this one to the you contributed to the budget. But what happened now? You said this time around you're contributing to the budget. Oh, what kind of pressing challenges that you're going through at the National Port Authority that you can contribute to the budget? You can contribute. And you say you are contributing first? And you are boasting all over the place? But then what happened now? You complain, workforce, the place is overstaffed, 1,900. You say you use 1.4 million every month for salary. Because of constraints, you will not be contributing to the national budget. You know why you're on. Let's take a few calls on this one and then we are out. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Just few calls and then we are out. Just few calls and then we are out. Monday is the birthday of, will be the birthday of Veronica Molba. Vera is the business manager of Kings 88.5. Her birthday will be on Monday. Monday will be the 16th of December. Congratulations in advance, Vero, as you celebrate your birthday. Say happy birthday. 0772 2399 33 0886 44 97 0777 Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
I'm Jay Junior. And I call for UN Drive. Thank you, people, for the topic on the discussion. You see, for our people also, they put there, it's almost like you and somebody are playing game. The coach will put a starting team on the field. When you sitting other his senior friend, he say, oh, you want to try to tell the coach that you can play the ball more than the man. Now the coach can the opportunity to play the game, you start complaining. That's just what happens to our people to that place. At the minute, they able to manage anything. So at the end of the day, they will pretend that they knew the work for criticize a lot. Then they can present to the Lagrange people like the president, because the way the president proceeding, that's almost all of the cabinet proceeding, because they make in error, the president in error, so everybody will just be photocopying our president in error. So there's nothing we should follow. There's nothing we will do now to say, oh yeah, this is what the president is doing, that we should follow his footsteps. Like what we are. When we are there, we could see we are carrying on, doing groundbreaking. Okay. So the ministers are following, but for Bagas, let's just expect that we got our first president.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, Ms. Andrews.
Yes. How are you?
Yeah. Papa, balance your precisely. I'm Emmanuel Cooper.
Let's hear you, Emmanuel.
Yeah, like you rightly said, these guys don't have the expertise to get lie to the Liberian people, as well as party honor guy. He's misplaced. So they're just there for corruption because they got a corruption scandal on them. Then the guy from the photo, they are novices to the work. They don't know what they're doing there. Because you can't tell me a bigger entity like NPA will not be able to contribute to the national budget. They are an effect on them, on the budget, on the national budget projected. So I don't know how they're operating. So that is deceptive. What kind of project is that identified to the Liberian public to know? Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. 077 0772 2399 33 0886 40 97 0777 9803 75. Few calls and then we are out. The news is on at 6. But let's go back. Let's go back to the iconic icon.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Okay. All right, that's it. That's all the time. We can go beyond our time. The next person, the next program is coming on. Thank you ever so much for being with us. You spice up the show. Take care of yourself. Now it's the weekend. Don't do anything that will get you into something else. I know that people are getting ready. The various entertainment centers will be jam-packed. It's good to de-stress, but you want to be careful, eh? Yeah, you don't want to get yourself into something. Why? It is your right to amuse yourself. It's a weekend. You work from Monday to Friday. You want to cool off. Yes, but you have to be very careful. Very careful. Don't overdo. When you overdo that, it'll at least I give my advice. Okay, this is how the show resets for this week to return afresh next week. The news is on at 6 and 8 tonight. And face the issues with A.B. William. My name is Sam Andrews. Shalom.